All right, it is your old pal David Victor here from Boomcycle Digital Marketing in beautiful Pleasanton, California. And today we're going to do a little SEO website teardown. It's a terrible word, but SEOs use a lot of weird words. So we're going to look at a biotechnology startup. So I just a few seconds ago typed in biotechnology startups and got this list, and I hit on this word Umoja Biopharma. So I looked up Umoja Biopharma, and looks like they do maybe immunotherapy, integrated platform therapeutics, reprogram the immune system to the patient's body to target cancer cells. So what I try to do is get the most concise, keywords to describe what it is they actually do. So what it is they actually do might be immunotherapy to target cancer cells or anti-cancer immunotherapy, something like that. Sometimes with these biotech companies, a little difficult to figure out unless you're inside baseball. But what I would recommend is on this title tag is put, whatever their primary keywords are, followed by their brand name. So let's say it's anti-cancer immunotherapy, something like that. Okay, dash Umoja Biopharma. That would be a good title tag, because if somebody's searching for immunotherapy companies or anti-cancer immunotherapy, you want that thing to pop out in the search results, right? As far as, you can take better advantage of your title tag, basically. The meta description looks good. Pioneering immunotherapy by reprogramming T cells in vivo. Okay, cool. It might be just immunotherapy might be the thing, or immunotherapy company, like I said, when you're searching. And then there's their URL. It's missing the canonical tag. Anything else going on? They do have an H1. What is their H1? I like to always look and see what that is. Pioneering. Okay, so it's that whole thing. That's fine. It's fine. Okay, so let's look at what's going on, and we use a tool called Hrefs to see what is going on. And what this tool lets us do is kind of look at a website, obviously from the outside looking in, because we don't have access to their Google Analytics. But so these numbers are not 100% accurate, but they are relatively accurate. So if Href shows me getting twice as much traffic as the leading competitor, then whatever the traffic numbers actually are, it will be around twice as much. So let's look at Umoja. They have a decent DR rating, which basically means, the strength of their backlink profile. They are, looks like maybe doing SEO, building some backlinks, or maybe doing some PR and outreach and getting natural links. They are growing their keyword, the keywords that they are visible for. They're organically ranking keywords, ranking in the top 3 with 9 different keywords, and has gone up 3. This isn't the changes in the last year, right? So organic traffic's gone up 34 in the last year. Not a lot, right? And the total search value is this number that Ahrefs calculates based on the keywords that the site is ranking for, and if they had to bring as much traffic to their site for those keywords, how much would it cost them per month? So, a startup biopharma company, probably well-funded, that's not a big number, right? You'd like to see that number larger. So let's look at what they are ranking for. What are they visible for? So they're visible for their brand name, right? So people that already know they exist can find them. That's, with a unique sounding name like that, that is kind of obviously going to be the case, right? So these two things are brand searches. 53M series partners. Not sure what's going on there. 53M series. Okay, so maybe an investment. Investment company. Here's another brand name, even though it's a person. Umoja Biopharma announces resignation of board chair Clay B. Siegel. Okay. The stock, these are all brand names basically, right? Let's get to what they actually do. Can we find what they actually do? And, pay particular attention to these traffic numbers, because the traffic, actually scrolls out of the screen there, but it's this column here. This is the number of visits to their site. You can see these are all sort of brand names. People are brand names, right? Proper nouns. Funding, people. Okay, biopharma careers. Okay, they're getting 2 visits a month to their website for biopharma careers. Okay, more funding stuff, more people. What do they do? Right? So this is an indication that Google has no idea what this company does. With maybe some relevance around biopharma and biopharmaceutical, but not a whole lot of stuff going on here. And we'd like to see something about maybe immunotherapy, right? So you can see these traffic numbers just get to 0, basically. So they may rank for UB Academic Center 170, but they're not getting any traffic for it. And that's really what we want to do when we're working on building up authority. So what are the top pages? Probably is going to be their home page, followed by the careers page, which makes sense based on the organic keywords we saw. And there's the Clay B. Siegel news piece. They do have a news section. A lot of companies just post news, right, which is viable and can include keywords, but is, people, I want to say, most people don't read your news releases. However, they might read a helpful blog article that helps them do something or learn something. So that's why blogging is so critical and important. Leadership. So it looks like what this company's really all about right now is leadership. And careers and things in biopharma. But what they're doing is, Google is unaware, right? So even if some people may be aware, Google is completely not registering it, right? So what we try to do is get visibility for the things we want our companies to be famous for, right? And this one is not succeeding. This is a 2-year graph showing organic traffic, bumping along. Maybe they got a press release, maybe they got a featured snippet or something, and then plummeting. Or maybe they got hit with this algorithm update, product reviews update. Maybe not. All right, last thing I'll look at is the backlink profile. So what I like to do is look at do follow in content backlinks and see what's been happening the last 30 days. And startup, article. Okay, cool. More about careers, manufacturing companies, kind of a manufacturing list, oncology company, right? So Google's going to see this and go, oh, they're an oncology company, right? Because it looks around the link and it attaches relevance for that. It doesn't say immunotherapy company. So maybe oncology company is a better word. Maybe it's not the right word, right? You want to get those in-content links as accurate as you possibly can. Again, these traffic numbers are good. This is the number I always look at. What's the traffic on the actual page? So this 51 most established startups in Seattle, the traffic on that page per month is 6 visitors. And, you see it fall from there, right? Because this list is, what are the backlinks that are really driving traffic? And, honestly, even though these are great numbers, authoritative numbers, these numbers can be manipulated, but also they kind of don't mean anything if there's no traffic coming from it. It can help with relevance potentially, but in this case, I'd say it may not be. So, what I would advise these folks to do is some, SEO, some content development around the things they want to be famous for. I like to think of it like that. Like, hey, if somebody says Umoja Biopharma, what should come to mind, right? Immunotherapy, cancer, oncology, anti-cancer products, biopharma products. What do they want to be famous for? So that's why it's so important to talk to your client and or potential client and see if there's symbiosis with respect to hey, what is the story here? Actually, let's get it out to your website and get it out to Google. Start creating content around what you want to be again famous for, noted for, and build links. SEO is content and links. So that's a pretty good overview here. I mean, there's many other tools we use, but this one kind of tells the main story. And I thank you for spending some time with me this afternoon, checking out this Umoja Biopharma page. And my name's David Victor. The company's called Boomcycle Digital Marketing. Let me know if you have any questions, and we'll see you soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.